Good morning. My name is Vanessa Estrella, and I did my field observation at Ortiz Elementary, located at 2500 West Alton Glore Boulevard, Brownsville, Texas 78520. The mission statement at Ortiz Elementary is Ortiz Elementary believes education is the key to success and is committed to preparing all students for college and their future. In this picture, you can see the school, and the mascot of the school are the Cougars. The school namesake, Ortiz Elementary, opened in 2004 and is named from former U.S. Congressman Solomon P. Ortiz, who has represented South Texas as a member of the U.S. House of Representatives since 1982. Ortiz, the child of a migrant family, served in the Army and held law enforcement positions in Wessex County for 17 years prior to his election as a legislator. The congressman's Washington specialty was been both defense and border policy, having made a reputation as a fair-minded, bipartisan advocate in the spirit of service to America and South Texas. Sandra Lopez was the school's first principal. The school opened in 2004. Their school mascot is a cougar, as you can see a picture here on the top corner left. The school colors are royal blue and gold. The student-teacher ratio is 17:1. Enrollment is 665 in this school year in 2017. And Ortiz Elementary School is a public school that serves grades pre-K through 5th. It has received a great school rating of 10 out of 10 based on academic quality. Ortiz Elementary is a high-performing and high-progress Title I reward school. These are some of the awards that they have received. They are TEA distinctions for Academic Achievement Distinction in Reading and ELA, Academic Achievement Distinction in Mathematics, Academic Achievement Distinction in Science, Top 25% Student Progress, Top 25% Closing Performance Gaps, Post-Secondary Readiness Distinction. And they were awarded in 2015 the National Excellence in Urban Education Award finalist. And you'll see a picture here. The man on the left is Mr. Fajardo. He is the assistant principal. The lady right in the middle, that is Ms. Rodriguez. She is the interim principal. And the lady in the right, her name is Patty Gomez, and she is the Dean of Instruction. Here I posted a picture of the staff, the administration of Ortiz Elementary, and this is for this school year of 2016-2017. Here's a picture of Patricia Rodriguez. She is the interim principal, and the teacher, Ms. Connie Chavez, is the first grade teacher that I observed. I started putting a picture of Ms. Chavez's class schedule, and this helped me out when I was doing my observation hours, because at first I went for 30 minutes and then the kids left for PE, and then right after PE they went to lunch, or they came back, they went to computers or music. So by having her schedule, I got to know what was the best times that I could go and observe for 3 or 4 hours straight, instead of just doing 30 minutes and then waiting in the office and then going back another 30 minutes. These are the first grade goals. Fluency, the students are supposed to read 60 words per minute. AR points, 50 points. Grades of 80 or higher. Addition is facts up to 10. Subtraction, facts up to 10. And their attendance is at 100%. Come to school every day and read 20 minutes daily. On the whiteboard, the teacher had the reading number 25, The New Friend. That is the book that the students are supposed to read this week. And the TLW is Read for Understanding, Vocabulary and Fluency. We will analyze and evaluate story structure and review pronouns. Right here is a picture of the worksheet from one of the students. The student was supposed to, it's 20 words. The student is supposed to write each word 3 to 4 times across on the paper. And some of the vocabulary words you can see here, it's mix, mixed, hop, hopped, hope, hopping, run, running, use, used, writing, grabbed, above, bare, even, pushed, studied, surprised, teacher, and toward. And I took a picture of 2 of the students as they were working. I didn't get their faces because we're not supposed to, but I did get them in action here. And after they are supposed to write the vocabulary words 3 to 4 times, now they're supposed to create in their journals a short little paragraph, a short story with the vocabulary words, including each or most of the vocabulary words. And then after that, the teacher checks it for accuracy and understanding, just to make sure that they are writing it appropriately and elaborating. And each time, if you look at the journal, you can see at the beginning of the school year where the student would write 1 to 2 sentences, or they were struggling. And now that it's getting towards the end of the school year, you can see that most of the page is full and they're starting to elaborate more, be more familiar with vocabulary words, and know how to use them. Here is a picture of the worksheet that the teacher had, and this is for daily assignments, also for homework. This is for the month of April because I observed last month, and it's called a dot. It shows you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, what the students are doing each and every day with grammar and reading, with spelling, with math, checking for fluency, and other. And they're supposed to read, incorporate vocabulary words. There's some worksheets that she has, and then at the end of the week on Friday, you can see that each Friday the students are tested. The reading rate for first grade is 60 to 90 words per minute. And you can see here at the bottom, I posted a picture, and it's a paragraph where the student is supposed to take this home, and with the parent, they're supposed to read it daily. And you can see there's a few little slots on the bottom where it says each day the parent is supposed to record how many words per minute and check for fluency and accuracy. So each day, if the student starts at 60 words per minute on Monday, and then we always hope that on Tuesday they get a few more, 62, 63, 70, and then each day until Friday comes and they reach their goal, for the number to go higher. These are a few of the worksheets that the students were working on and that they also do in class, and some are for homework. This is checking for punctuation, end of sentence punctuation. And then you can see here's what is your favorite sandwich, and then the student is supposed to put period, question mark, exclamation point. This is a worksheet where it says describe the picture, and then we want to see that the student is elaborating, writing complete sentences. And the next worksheet is also for finding the punctuation at the end. These 2 pictures right here are books that the students use for class. What I saw was that after the student was working on vocabulary words or working on the passages, as soon as they would finish, they would just quietly put their journal away in the cubbyhole, and then they would get up, get the book, and then they already knew what story they were reading, what page they were on, and what the next assignment was, which I was surprised because they were first grade students. Very well behaved. They listened. The teacher wasn't, she didn't have to be after them and calling certain names out or telling them, okay, this is what we're going to do next. It's like they automatically knew, finish the journal, put it away, and then get the next book. The book on the left is a book that they already finished, which it has, I'm not sure, a few chapters, but they already finished this book, I think by December, she said. And then in January, they started the second half, which is the book in the green with the little, I don't know what that is, bears or little hamsters, I don't know. So they started this book. The teacher did say that she gets one class set, so each child gets a book, but they can't take it home. So that's why she makes copies, and then the students work on the worksheets, or they get to take the worksheets home for homework. If a student parent does need a book or does want a book, then the parent needs to request one from the office, and then they will get a set of books where they can have it at home. But usually the teacher says that she just prints out worksheets or makes copies just so that the student won't be back and forth with the book where the book gets wet or gets lost, because she did say that it's $45 to replace and that the student would be responsible for that. These are some of the posters that I saw around the classroom. The one on the left says declarative, make a statement, and the one on the right, it's writing steps. I really like the one on the right. It says tell what, tell who, use adjectives, tell what he sees, tell what he hears, tell what he touches, tell what he smells, and tell what he tastes. I thought they were good, that the teacher, she had several posters around the wall, because it's just information for the student as he or she is working or writing in their journal. And I noticed that on some of them, of course you have to elaborate as you write in your journal. So this was good, to reflect and to look at the writing steps. And that way when the student is looking at the picture and they have to write about that certain picture, they can go and look at the writing steps and say, okay, well, tell who, use adjectives, what does he see, what does he hear? And it's just ways that the student can elaborate and make a full journal entry that day. This was another poster that I saw. It's what does a good reader do? And it's ask questions, make predictions, summarize and retell, make connections, and use visuals. I also thought this was a good poster. The teacher did have, after reading, they worked on math, and on the right here, it's a picture of the whiteboard, and it says today's goals. They worked on math, topic 14, and it says the learner will evaluate time at 0:00. And then it also says ESL, change and grow. Page 244, TLW, identify the main idea. And the students worked on evaluating time. So I put a picture of a worksheet. Some of the worksheets that she had were about clocks and about how the student was going to work on telling time. And another thing that they had on the board was they were working on hundreds, tens, and ones. They worked on standard form, expanded form. And I did get to see the students in the afternoon when they were working on worksheets. They worked in small groups. Each student had a worksheet, and it just surprised me how they were working out problems, and some of the problems were a little bit more challenging. And each student was, as a teacher was on the overhead working out the problem, the students were already way ahead of her, working 2 or 3, 4 problems past her. And I was walking around, observing them, helping them, checking, and most of them, they already knew what they were doing. They had the correct answer. If they would carry the one over or use manipulatives or draw on the paper, as in use little bubbles, circle everything just to check the answer. When I observed, it was right before Easter, and there was a few names on the board where it said no Easter egg hunt for them. So they were, it's a little sad face because if they kept misbehaving or they weren't listening or turning in assignments, then they weren't going to get to go to the Easter egg hunt. This right here I thought was good because it's just a poster that she had up against the wall, and then it says super awesome, and it has different levels where right now, this one right here with the little Grinch and the Santa Claus hat, everybody or mostly everybody was in this section except the three that were not supposed to attend the Easter egg hunt. So it shows a picture of everybody here that is so far behaving good. The one on the right is for the accelerated reader. The book that they were reading right now, it's called Fly Guy, and this is for 50 points. So it shows a little clothespins where it says the names of the student, and then you can see where they're moving them up or down to see what book they're at and how many points they have. So the goal is to always read at a higher level, at their level or at a higher level, and of course get more points. This is a science word wall. She has a few vocabulary words along with pictures and some safety instructions. See some more posters on the wall, and this is vocabulary. This is a sneaky E, so it shows a bunch of words that end with the E but you can't hear them, therefore it's the sneaky E poster. The daily do's, which is always listen, respect, share, collaborate, and then do homework. This right here is they had a little reading section, and above the reading section they had some posters where it says the different types of books. The one on the left, it says fantasy. It is not real. It cannot happen. It is fiction. And then the one on the right, it says folk tale. It is fiction. Folk tales come from a specific country or culture. And so I thought this was good because, well, of course, the students get to know a little bit about the books and what kind of books they like, they could recommend and stuff. These are a few more posters that the teacher had up on the wall. Synonyms and antonyms, the nouns, person, place, or thing, and then she had a few drawings to go along with it, which I thought was nice because, of course, the kids like drawings. They're in first grade, and they could always go back and reflect on it as they write and do their journal entries. These are some more posters that this teacher had on the wall. Sequence of events, think, turn, talk. Some more math stuff, which is subtraction, minus, take away, left, went away. A cubes poster and math vocabulary. Thank you to Miss Connie Chavez for being a great teacher, an excellent mentor, and for inspiring me.